Hey, everybody, and welcome to day 4 of our 90-day run. How is everybody doing? Let me hear in the comments if you're watching this live. Write live. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling. If it's a replay, just write hashtag replay. Still let me know how you're doing. If you're having success, are you doing the activities? Are you doing the reach outs? Are these scripts helpful to you? I sure hope they are. You know, they're coming from the king himself of network marketing, Eric Worre. And if this is the first time you're tuning into one of these, I am tuning into Eric Worre's accelerator program where he's doing a 90-day run. And every single day he has a new assignment, a new opportunity for us to reach out and educate. Remember, our job right now is to educate our markets. I'm going to start over because we're just now going live. So Joan, I'm going to go ahead and start over if you can edit this. Welcome to day 4, everybody. I hope you're doing good. I hope that all of these educational teachings that I've been pouring into you have been helpful to you. If they have, please put helpful in the comments. As you know, if this is the first time you're tuning in, you may not know that I've been tuning into Eric Worre's accelerator program where he is running a 90-day run as well. And every single day, he has education and inspiration and teachings and also scripts and assignments each day. So every single day for the next 90 days, I have committed to coming into this group, first going into Eric's group and watching his lesson and then popping over here so that all of you have access to that $10,000 program, the accelerator program. This is what we're doing every single day over there. So it's, it's to your advantage to try these scripts, to do these assignments, because this is what we know to work incredibly well. And there's many different approaches, and some may work well for you, some may not work well for you, but there's no, if you're doing the exercises, there's no loss, right? Because even if the people say no, you're learning what style works for you. You're learning what works for your people. And if you're taking note of that, then you'll know how to go further and faster down the road. So make sure you do the assignments, take this stuff seriously. We are on day 4, and listen, a lot of people are sick right now. A lot of people aren't feeling good. A lot of people have COVID in their household. A lot of us have COVID ourselves. A lot of stuff is happening in life. And, you know, Eric said when we first started this run, and he's not the first person for me to hear say this, but when you decide to declare something to the universe, and you put a stake in the ground, it's pretty interesting how the universe tests you. So you may not be feeling good. You may be having other things happen in your life, in your day job. Just know that, you know, that's what happens, and give yourself credit for being here. Give yourself credit for showing up. I know some people are in an all-out panic because they're looking at this as a competition. And now that they have team members, and their team members are starting to move forward, they're starting to freak out because they're not getting results. I mean, just remember that everybody goes at this at their own pace. And some people have a bigger network that's already warmed up than others. All right. And so that was my story. And that was Eric Worre's story as well. I was in corporate America. I was really good at being an employee. I wasn't great at being the community helper and helping people and just, you know, having those warm relationships where I was giving to people in my world. So when it came time for me to ask them to give something of me, it came naturally. That didn't happen. I had to start very slow and warm people up and just get out there and be a good person to the people in my community. So if you see people are going faster, it could be for a variety of reasons. Some of them are just, you know, they move into massive action. They don't think, they just do the assignments. And other people have a lot more people in their world that's already warmed up that they can go to. Okay. So wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. There's a lot of lessons in the journey. This is your individual journey. And just remember that there's no way to get yourself behind. Just show up and do whatever work. Okay. So if you feel behind, if you feel that you haven't completed exercise 1, 2, or 3 from the first 3 days this week to the fullest, that's okay. Show up today and just do what the assignment is today. And if you have extra time, then you can go back and revisit some of the other stuff. But the idea is that we're just adding more people into our world. We're just showing up and we're educating people on what it is that we do. So any day that you pop in, just if that's your day one, that's your day one. You just need to put yourself into action. So there's no guilt, there's no shame. That's not going to get you anywhere at all, right? This is your journey. And, some of you, I have a hair somewhere. I cannot get it. It is somewhere. Oh, I think it was attached. The guilt's not going to get you anywhere. And some of you are 100% frozen right now. Some of you haven't done a darn thing. You showed up here, which is great. I encourage you to keep showing up. If you keep showing up, then you will unfreeze, you will unthaw, and you will eventually get yourself into action. Some of you started off in an all-out sprint. Some of you are running, some of you are walking. The important thing is to stay in your lane and not worry too much about what the person next to you is doing, even if it's a teammate. Use that as inspiration. Use that if you see people having success, use that not as a competition, but use it as inspiration for you to know that this is possible. And it does work. So that, the only thing that you can do is move, show up every day, take the lessons and get into some type of action, reaching out to people. So today we're going to talk about an indirect approach. So far, just to recap what we've done over the first 3 days, the first day was reaching out to our hot market and asking them for a favor, and we had the script and the psychology behind it, to be in a hurry, to disqualify them immediately, let them know that you're not trying to recruit them, but you do appreciate their support and you would love for them to become a one-time customer and support you in your business. That was day one, hot market. If there's more people for you to reach out to, keep doing this. These exercises you can continue to do every single day as you think about more people and you add to your list. Day two was utilizing a tool, right? So it was a direct approach, going to people and asking them, telling them, hey, Cynthia, I'm doing this thing. And I know that if you gave it your all, you would totally 100% crush it. You're one of the first people I thought of because you got a heart of gold. You pour into people. You have the most incredible work ethic of anybody that I know. And I also know that when you put your mind to something, you get something across the finish line. And so I don't know if this is for you, but if you're open to it, I would love to just send you a short video that it explains it a lot better than I can explain it. If I sent you this video, would you be open to would you watch it? Cynthia's going to say yes. And I'll say, great, Cynthia, it's like 13 minutes long. When do you think you could watch it by? I'll watch it by tomorrow. Okay. So if I follow up with you on Saturday morning, you would have watched it. Okay, great. What's a great time to follow up with you? That's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3 is reaching out to somebody in your hot market again that you could practice on. So our job again is to what? It's to educate. So we just want as many people as possible to know what it is we're doing, and asking people. The third day, the assignment we went over is to reach out and ask people if you could practice on them. Listen, there's something that I'm doing, and before I get out there and go mainstream with it, I would really like to practice on you. And in doing so, you're exposing them to what it is you're up to. And if they truly take the opportunity to listen with the idea of giving you their support and feedback, if they are of an entrepreneurial spirit, and if this hits them, if this lands well with them, then they're going to hear it, right? And you've just added somebody else into that funnel. This is all about adding people into the funnel. We're not necessarily focused on closing yet, and we'll get to that. This is just all about adding people to the funnel. All right. So that's exercise 1, 2, and 3. And day 4, which is today, we're going to focus on an indirect approach. So an indirect approach is reaching out to somebody and, really at this point, the thing that I think we all need to focus on in doing this indirect approach is checking our ego at the door and focusing on lifting the other person up through, stroking their ego a little bit. Right. So the indirect approach would look a little bit something like this. Hey, Candace, I think that you have a really good business sense. I've watched all the success you've had in your life and in your career so far. And I just want you to know that I admire you. I think you're intelligent. I think you're so smart. I think you make really good business decisions. And I was wondering if you could help me with something. I was wondering if you could, give me your opinion on something. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I really, really want to work from home. Corporate America has never been the best fit for me. And there's all these other things that I love to do. I also want to travel. And I see all these people working from their computers and from their phones. And I want that to be me as well. I found an opportunity, and I think that it has the potential to allow me to do, just that, to work from home or to work from anywhere in the world. And I was hoping that you would, just take a few minutes and take a look at this opportunity and give me your feedback. Again, I've always respected your business decisions, and this company's been around for 26 years. They've had a lot of success. I'm aligned. I feel aligned with the company in a lot of ways. But again, I would just love a third party, somebody that I really respect, to take a look at it and give me your honest feedback. Do you think that this will work? Do you think, obviously it's working for other people, but do you think that it will work for me as well? Of course, Candace is going to say yes. She is going to give me some feedback, because I've complimented her. I'm going to people that I really truly do love and care about and respect. Otherwise, I wouldn't want them on my team. You don't want to recruit people on your team that you don't want to talk to. Like, hello, this is for the first time, the opportunity for you to design your life. So don't do that. And so then the important thing is that you send her a tool. So if we go back to day 2 and you're sending a tool, a business tool, this could be a video that you put together. It could be your uplines video. There's business videos on the Freedom Revolution that you can download and use and send. There's not like a magic number of how many minutes this video should be. If it's a bad video, 1 minute's too long. If it's a good, really great video, it could be 20, 25 minutes long. And if it's great, then nobody cares how long it is, because they're very engaged in it. But at this point, if Candace says yes, then I'm going to say, listen, Candace, there's a video that I want to send to you, because it explains it a lot better than I can. At this point, you don't want to be the authority. You don't want to be the expert, because that is going to give people the opportunity to poo-poo it. So if you can introduce to a third party video, somebody having massive success doing this, company video, it could be a Zoom recording, whatever it may be, you just need to get yourself out of it at this point and introduce a tool and ask them to watch that tool. And then you're going just basically back to that script from day 2, that I'm going to send you a video. Would you watch it? Of course, she's going to say yes. And then I'm going to ask her, when I could follow up after that video. Could I follow up the next day after she watches it to get a download and get her opinion? Because I really respect and appreciate her help, and just can't thank her enough for taking the time to put her eyes on this, because this is really important to you. I really want to get out of corporate America, and I just am very appreciative. So that's really it. That's the assignment. If they seriously take a look, if they seriously sit down and they're not distracted and they take a look, they're going to be supportive. If you send them a video of yourself, you're going to run the risk of them not being supportive. You definitely want to use a third party video at this point. And if they do take the time to sit down and do it, then chances are they're going to be supportive. You just have to trust that this is a process that works just like the other ones. So the assignment today is to make a list of all of the people that you want to reach out to with an indirect approach. And you're going to use words like, I really would love your help, your advice, your feedback, your input, your opinion. Follow the script that I put in to the body of this message in our Facebook group. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Please let me know how you're doing. Would love, you guys, we want to keep the momentum in this group. We want to keep the momentum in the chat. So please comment, let me know how this lands, and let's keep this going. We're on day 4 of a 90-day run, and you plug in every single day and do a little bit of something, you guys, it's going to totally transform your business. So again, if you are like some of us who've fallen ill, or families fallen ill, or universes decided to test you, don't worry about it. Just show up and do whatever the assignments are and keep on rolling. The only way to fail is to just not show up at all. Okay. So tend to the things that you have to tend to in life. Make sure you're blocking your time off, and just get at it. Copy and paste is a great thing. And if you're not feeling well, you can at least copy and paste some messages right in the DMs of Facebook or in text message, and set up some meetings for next week when you're feeling a little bit better. Just keep the ball moving in some form or fashion, right? Have a great day, and I'm excited to hear of all of your results, your conversations.